Hello, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'll be showing my top 15 favorite coasters that I've been on. At number 15, I have Superman at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. This coaster is really hard for me to rank because my first try on it was amazing. Every element hit. The drop out of the mid-course was amazing. All of the inversions were amazing. The drop was amazing. Everything was amazing. And, I had it, really high on my list. And later that day, I went back, I wrote it again, and nothing was good. I didn't feel any of the dropping feeling during the drop. None of the inversions hit. The drop after the mid-course wasn't that good. And so yeah, that's why it deserves number 15. For number 14, I have Poltergeist at Fiesta, Texas. This coaster has an amazing launch that caught me, by surprise. The launch is 4 seconds long. It's really amazing. The rest of the ride is, you don't know what's going to happen next. It's really cool, and there are a lot of head chopper moments. At number 13, I have Apollo's Chariot at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. This coaster is really fun. It was my first hyper coaster, which is a coaster above 200 feet. The airtime on it is pretty good, and the drop is really amazing on it. It's a really good coaster. I loved doing night rides on it. It was just an overall great coaster. At number 12, I have West Coast Racers at Magic Mountain. This coaster, the first 2 times I rode it, I did not like it at all. None of the elements hit. I really didn't like it. I had it really low on my list. But on my recent trip in November to Magic Mountain, I really enjoyed it. I got a ton of rides on it. On the overbanked turn, where both of the trains are high-fiving each other, you get insane ejector airtime on that. And the inversions are pretty good, and helixes are really good. And it's overall a great ride. At number 11, I have Full Throttle at Magic Mountain. This coaster, again, is really fun, as a very fun launch, but the inversions on it, these are my favorite inversions on any coaster. The first loop, you get insane stall time, and it always feels like you're gonna roll backwards because you have no speed at the top of the loop. It's amazing. And then the other inversion is pretty good, not better than others, but it's still pretty good. And I like how this coaster, it ends up going above the loop. It's the only coaster that goes below and above the same exact track. But I do agree that could be longer, and the climax is the 160-foot drop at the very end, but it's still a very good ride overall. At number 10, I have Tatsu at Magic Mountain. This coaster is very fun. My first ride on it, I don't remember much. It was pretty foggy, but I do remember it being very good. And then when I went in November, it was really amazing. It's not as scary as it looks. The inversions are very fun, but some of those overbanked turns before the pretzel loop, those are really amazing. That's probably the highlight of the ride, except for, I guess, the pretzel loop, which has insane forces. It always feels like it's gonna rip your head off, or just throw you out of the train. It's just really a fun ride. At number 9, I have Medusa at Discovery Kingdom. Discovery Kingdom's my home park, and so I've ridden it the most out of any coaster that I've ridden in the world, I guess. Yeah. It starts off with a great drop, and the inversions are really good. Especially that first one and the 0G roll, but then it does get kind of rough with the last 2 inversions, and the Sea Serpent roll is kind of rough. But overall, I've gotten a lot of good rides on Medusa, but occasionally I'll get a bad ride on it, and you just gotta deal with that. At number 8, I have Joker at Discovery Kingdom. Again, this is my second, most ridden coaster, and my first ride on it was just amazing. I love all of the inversions on it, but there's a double up element in the middle after the first 2 inversions. it's just really amazing. It gives you insane airtime. Like, it's a really underrated coaster. And going into the final brake run, you get insane ejector there too, and it's just an amazing ride overall. At number 7, this one you might not like. I have Apocalypse at Magic Mountain. This coaster I was not planning on riding on my trip about a year and a half ago, in 2023, but I decided to go for a night ride. It was amazing. That drop, you get insane ejector airtime, and you're just out of your seat for the whole entire drop. And then I did it in the dark, and it was just so random. Like, the turns, all of it was just so amazing. Um, it felt like I was out of control, and it was actually like really smooth for the ride I got. At number 6, I have Iron Rattler at Fiesta, Texas. This coaster I rode 3 times, and it's really insane. After the drop, when it goes back onto the quarry wall, it hits an insane airtime hill. It's really fun, and then you dive off the wall again, and then you go into an inversion, and this inversion is really cool. But then, once you're on the quarry wall again, it really hurts the pacing. It's like barely going through it. Like, it's not that fun when you're on top of it. But then when you dive off it again, you hit like a 3-second ejector airtime moment. Best part of the ride by far. It's insane. And then after that, turns into the quarry wall and then hits the final brakes. I love how it uses the quarry wall, though. That's really an amazing factor about the coaster. At number 5, I have Railblazer at California's Great America. This coaster is again very short, like Iron Rattler, but all of the elements are insane. The first dive loop gives ejector airtime, which I really love about it. Then right after the dive loop, it's another ejector airtime moment. This is my second favorite airtime moment in the world. I really love it, and then the rest of it's just really amazing, except for like the final 2 inversions. Those are kind of mid. But you get ejector time throughout the whole entire ride. It's a really amazing ride. At number 4, I have Wonder Woman at Six Flags Magic Mountain. This coaster is a lot like Railblazer, except it's way longer. You don't get as much airtime as Railblazer, but I just love how it's longer and some of the elements are more drawn out. Like, the stall on it is amazing. Some of the airtime hills are amazing. The turnaround is amazing. And after the mid-course brake run, you just hit some really fun overbank turns. And then the final overbank turn is like probably my favorite part of the ride. And if you just like ragdoll yourself off it, it's just really an amazing ride. At number 3, I have Pantheon at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. This coaster is insane. Like, the first inversion gives insane stall time, and then it goes into that swing launch, and the swing launch is just insane. You go up a 180-foot hill, go backwards, and then you launch backwards, which really caught me by surprise, and then you hit an airtime hill backward, and that's just such a weird feeling. Like, it's an insane airtime hill. And then the spike gives you great views of the park. It's really amazing, that swing launch, but then after it, it kind of becomes a bad ride. The stall isn't very good, and the rest of it's just not very good. But the first half is just amazing. At number 2, I have X2 at Magic Mountain. In line for this ride, I actually met the guy from Avos and Airtime. It was really fun meeting him, and the ride was really amazing. Like, it's really random. I love the drop because it's just a weird feeling, facing the ground while dropping 90 degrees, and then some parts you're going backwards, like right after the first Raven turn, you're going backwards, and other times you're in like straight parts of the track, and you're flipping upside down. It's just really an amazing ride. I really enjoy it, and like after it, I was shaking like for 5 minutes. Like, it was so intense. It's so amazing. At number 1, I have Twisted Colossus at Magic Mountain. This coaster, I love how it has some dueling elements. I've gotten 2 duels in a row, which was really fun. The overbank turns are really amazing. I do prefer the green side because it kind of turns backward while doing it, which gives you really good airtime. It's an amazing ride. The blue side and green side have like some amazing moments where like you're not expecting it, and then boom, ejected airtime. And on the blue side, during the Top Gun maneuver, the green side has like a fun inversion. But the blue side has my favorite airtime hill in the world. It's such a fun airtime hill. And it's just a really amazing coaster. You get to go twice around, and it's just so amazing. Anyways, thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.